Megan Mcpherson.
And we are here today to talk about your child, Destiny. Is that correct?
No, ma'am.
The children's name are Johnny and
I'm
Lloyd.
sorry. I apologize, Your Honor. I'm on the wrong. Thank you, Your Honor. We're here to talk about your children, Johnny and Lloyd. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how old are they?
Lloyd is 1 year old and Johnny is 3.
Now, at the time when Johnny was born, did you, and who is Johnny's father?
Johnny Mcpherson.
And at the time when Johnny, your son, was born, did you and Mr. Mcpherson sign paperwork that showed that he was the father?
Yes, ma'am. When we filled out the information for the birth certificate.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, I would offer the acknowledgement of paternity as to Johnny Victor Mcpherson IV.
Ms. McPherson, I've just placed on the screen a copy of the alleged acknowledgement of paternity from Johnny Victor McPherson IV. Is it okay if I look at this acknowledgement?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Johnny McPherson, the same question. Is it okay if I look at this acknowledgement?
Yeah, go ahead, Your Honor.
Stakes Exhibit A is admitted into evidence.
Now, as far as your child Lloyd, who is Lloyd's father?
Johnny Mcpherson.
And there was DNA testing done, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, at this time, we would offer the DNA testing results as to the child Lloyd.
Ms. McPherson, I've now placed on the screen a copy of the alleged DNA test results in regards to the child Lloyd McPherson. Is it okay if I look at these DNA test results?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Same question, Mr. McPherson. Can I look at the DNA test results?
Yes, Your Honor.
Stakes Exhibit B is admitted into evidence. Based on the admission into evidence of Stakes Exhibit B, the court is going to find that DNA testing has now been completed between the mother, the child Lloyd McPherson, and the alleged father, Johnny McPherson. Now, I'm going to find that based on those DNA test results, that Mr. Johnny McPherson is the biological father of the child Lloyd, and I'm going to now name him as that child's legal father.
Ms. McPherson,
Yes.
how are
Yes,
your
ma'am.
children? Ma'am?
Oh, yes, ma'am. And go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. How are your children covered for health insurance?
They're covered under Texas.
I didn't hear you, Ms. Whittle.
Oh, they are covered under the Texas Medicaid program.
Thank you, ma'am. Go ahead, Ms. Brownfield.
Now, are you requesting any back child support? Or are you requesting that child support start from here forward?
Yes, ma'am.
Which one?
Both children.
Are you wanting back child support?
Oh, back child support. No, ma'am. That won't be necessary.
Okay. I'm trying to make my question simpler because sometimes it gets a little bit long. Do you have any safety concerns between you and Mr. McPherson?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So it would be okay if your address was placed in this court order?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Does Mr. McPherson visit with the children?
Yes, ma'am.
Does he take them overnight for weekends?
Not at the moment, but he does spend a lot of time with them.
Okay. So the two of you are able to co-parent at this point. You've been co-parenting as of at least recently about the children?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to talk about medical issues and come to decisions between those for your children?
Yes.
Okay. Would you have any problem with him having weekend visitation at this point?
he doesn't exactly have his own place right now, but I guess so.
So your
Yes, ma'am.
issue right now is that he doesn't have his own place to take the children?
Yes, he lives with his grandparents, which is fine. We just we don't
Right.
get along too much there. But yes, ma'am, that would be fine.
You don't have any problem if he were to take the children over to his grandparents?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Uh,
Do you know if Mr. McPherson has any other minor children?
No, ma'am, I don't. I don't think he does. But
Okay. Do you know if Mr. McPherson is working?
Yes, I believe he is working.
Okay. I'll add. Do you know how much he is making, or is that a question I should ask Mr. McPherson?
I have an idea, a good idea about how much he's making.
Is this from things he's told you, or just from you guessing?
From what he's told me.
Okay. And what has he told you?
Well, he's recently switched jobs, so I want to say he makes about 200 or 300 a week at the moment,
Okay.
as far as I know.
Okay. Your Honor, I will pass this witness.
Call your next witness.
I will call Mr. McPherson.
He's
Will you
been
please state your name for the court?
Johnny Mcpherson III.
And you are the father of Johnny McPherson IV and Lloyd McPherson. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, are you working?
Yes.
Where do you work?
I'm a substitute teacher for the Port Arthur district under Kelly Education, I believe is their little is what their thing is called.
And do you have a do you know how much you're making? Do you make per hour, or do you get paid per day?
It's 100 a day, if I recall correctly.
And how many days are you normally working?
Kind of just depends. If there's on average, I'd say 2 to 4 days a week.
Do you have insurance available to you through your job?
I am not entirely sure. I believe they mentioned benefits, but I am not entirely sure as of right now.
Okay. But you don't have any information on how much it would cost or anything
No,
like that? Okay.
I'm sorry, I do not.
And is this a job you're trying to work to go towards permanent, or?
Hopefully.
Okay. All right. So your education, you have the education to be a licensed teacher. Is that correct?
I'm not a licensed teacher, but for the substituting position that I do, they don't require it. They only require that I have either a high school diploma, which I have, and a bachelor's degree, which I also have.
Okay.
Your
But-
Honor, never mind.
Oh, okay. Does it lean more towards 4 days a week, or 2 days, or
It
is it
kind
right
of
in the
just
middle?
depends on the week, because sometimes there's not really anything available for certain days. So if I had to give you a strong average, I'd say 3.
Okay. That's fair enough. Thank you.
I think Miss McPherson wanted to say something. I'm sorry.
Well, but she can't.
Oh, she can't. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not her turn. But
Oh,
I'll get back
my
to her.
apologies.
That's okay. I'll get back to her though.
Now, Mr. McPherson, do you agree with Ms. McPherson that the two of you are co-parenting fairly well now with the children,
Yes, I
and
do.
that y'all seem to be able to work out the visitation issues?
Yes, I'd say so.
Your Honor, I would pass this witness.
Call your next witness.
I have no further witnesses, Your Honor.
Mr. McPherson, do you have any other children besides these two?
No, sir.
So right now, Mr. McPherson, when you're spending time with the children, you're not keeping them overnight?
Not currently, no. But it's
well,
just not an
that's okay.
opportunity. It's just not something that, oh, sorry.
It's okay. Just kind of stick with my question, okay?
Okay.
All right. So do you, at some point in time in the future, do you see yourself having the ability to keep the children overnight?
If she needs me to have them for whatever reason, say she needs like to do something overnight, I don't mind doing whenever she asks me to.
So if I gave you overnight visits with the children immediately, but you and Miss McPherson agreed that you were going to do something else for the time being, you could settle for that.
Could you say that again? I'm sorry.
So if I said, Johnny, you get weekend visits right now,
Mm-hmm.
but you would say, no, Miss McPherson and I have this working out well between us, and we're going to keep doing that, even though the judge gave me weekends. That's what you would do?
I would do whatever you would highly recommend.
I can't give you that.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm just not understanding.
Well, so Miss McPherson said that she would be okay if I gave you weekend visits.
Yes.
Are you ready for weekend visits?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Are the boys ready for weekend visits?
I'd say so.
Okay. But if Miss McPherson said that she didn't think the boys were ready for weekends just yet, do you think that you would be able to continue to work with Miss McPherson and make sure it got worked out?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I want you to have the right, Mr. McPherson, but I also want you to have the right to be able to say the boys aren't ready yet, but they will be soon.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
Rather than the other way, which would be to restrict your access and then hope that it develop. I want you to have the access and continue to work with Miss McPherson on your contact rights with the boys.
I understand.
Miss McPherson, is there anything else that you think I need to know about this case before I make a ruling?
Oh, yes, sir. I was just going to state that Johnny and I, we don't have bachelor's degrees. We have associate's degrees.
Oh, sorry.
It's just kind of skill
It's the wrong kind.
Yes, sir. It's
No,
not too relevant.
That's a big deal. There's a big difference between 2 years and 4 years.
I had the wrong one in mind.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
That's okay, Mr. McPherson. All right. Hey, Miss McPherson, can I ask you another question?
Yes, sir.
What county do you live in?
Hardin County.
All right. And is there anything else, Miss McPherson, that you think I need to know about the case before I make a ruling?
No, sir.
All right.
There is one thing that Miss Whittle or McPherson brought up. She said grandparents. I live with my parents, not grandparents.
Okay. No worries.
That was it. It's okay.
Anything further from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Court's going to find the court has jurisdiction. Court's going to find based on the testimony of the parties that is certainly in the children's best interest to name the parties as joint managed conservators, with Miss McPherson as the parent with the right to establish the primary residence of the children. There will be no geographic restriction in this case. Any request for non-disclosure is denied. Mr. McPherson will have standard possession, as that term is defined in the Texas Family Code, but he will also have visitation at any and all times that he and Miss McPherson agree to have. So they don't have to do standard. They can do whatever agreement they work out. But this at least gives Mr. McPherson a fallback position that he can have his regular visitation with the children in the future if he and Miss McPherson don't agree to a time period. I'm going to I'll order Miss McPherson to maintain the health insurance that she has on the children. Mr. McPherson is going to pay child support based on a minimum wage presumption. According to my calculations, Ms. Brown Zito, that's $275 child support and $25 medical support. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe that is.
All right. Those payments will begin June the 1st of 2023 and every month thereafter until the children emancipate or further court order. Mr. McPherson would be responsible for court costs, but I will give him until November the 30th of 2023. Ms. Brown Zito, did the state of Texas hear all the terms and conditions of my court order?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. McPherson, Miss McPherson, what's going to happen now is the state's going to send me a proposed order. If it matches what I said here today, I'm going to sign it. I'm going to get it back to them. We're going to make a copy of it and send it to each of you. All right. Now, you guys are legally married at this time. Is that correct, Miss McPherson?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You both need to understand something. Under the laws of the state of Texas, I just created something that's called an order in suit affecting parent-child relationship. It's a really complicated term that means I have just created a court order for these two children. Now, when you get divorced, if y'all go forward with a divorce at some time in the future, and you will have to do that if you're going to end your marital relationship, a formal divorce has to be completed. Your divorce is going to have actually two different court orders. It's all contained in one, but it's two orders in one divorce. One is the marital property settlement, a division. Whatever y'all accumulated gets divided. All right. The other is the suit affecting parent-child relationship regarding these two children. Well, guess what? I've already done that. All right. So when you guys get divorced, wherever you get divorced, whenever you get divorced, whoever you hire to get you divorced, that attorney or that court needs to understand that I've already entered a court order regarding these two children, and your divorce judge, your divorce court, or your divorce lawyer needs to bring all of that together in one order in your divorce. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So if you get a divorce, your attorney needs to understand there's already a court order regarding these two children, and that all needs to be brought together. Okay.